I'm Raine Williams. I'm here at Liberty Grand at the Brilliance Ball, and I'm here with Dr. Fred Gentile, who is a neurosurgeon at the Toronto Western Hospital. Nice to have you, Dr. Gentile.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
And this ball is very wonderful. I believe it's a fundraiser that you are helping to raise funds for.
That's right. We're raising funds for a chair for skull-base surgery, which is a type of neurosurgery that deals with difficult tumors at the base of the brain. So we're trying to raise funds for a chair for basically to help patients with these type of tumors.
And why skull-base therapy?
Well, skull-base surgery is a subspecialty of neurosurgery. It's a part of neurosurgery that deals with very difficult tumors, as I mentioned earlier, in the base of the brain. And the surgery for these patients require very specialized techniques. And we've been fortunate that in Toronto we've been able to develop these newer techniques, and we are now well recognized basically not only nationally but internationally for these techniques for these difficult tumors. And so the fundraiser tonight is really to acknowledge our expertise and our in this area, but at the same time, as I said, try to raise funds for a chair, which is really a recognition of the brilliance and expertise in that area.
Just one general question that I think a lot of us have in terms of symptoms of spinal cord or stroke. Can you give some ideas of anything to look forward to?
Well, I think, stroke is one of a major affliction that we have, and I think there's a lot available on the internet. There's available that any symptom that you have, and it's really that's out of not common. That's something new. Headaches. Many people have a lot of headaches, and it's a common symptom. But if you've never had a headache in your life and you start having a headache, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then you should go to your family doctor. It's now very simple with a simple CT scan to rule out any intracranial, process, a tumor or a blood clot or anything like that. So I think it's the issue of being aware, and there's a lot of information out. If you need information on strokes, on brain tumors, there are support groups, brain tumor support groups and stroke support groups that you can get a lot of information.
Thank you very much. You're so knowledgeable, Doctor. And just want to say this is a brilliant ball that we're having tonight, and it's so honored to be speaking to Dr. Gentile. Thank you very much.
Listen, thank you very much for interviewing me.
I'm here at the Liberty Grand at the Brilliance Ball, celebrating Dr. Fred Gentile at the Toronto General Western Hospital Foundation, and I'm here with his lovely wife, Gina Gentile. Nice to have you.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So I understand that you played a significant role in this chair in this committee tonight.
Well, I was very fortunate. I had a fabulous committee helping me of former patients and also supporters of my husband, who has been working very quietly but has impacted many people who have suffered with brain tumors. So I'm just really happy that tonight we can recognize the patients and neurosciences.
And how long has it taken to put this ball together?
Well, we've been working on it for about a year and a half, and I'm very pleased with the event tonight.
Well, I had a chance to interview your husband. He's wonderful, and he's, we talked about how he travels the world quite a bit, and I guess it takes a lot of support on your behalf as well to support what he does in his life.
Well, I'm very biased, so well, you try and be supportive. I mean, when he does 20-hour surgeries, 20 hours straight, I can be nothing but supportive, and it's for a very good cause, so I try and be very supportive. So
this is a wonderful event. It's great turnout. I was noticing the silent auction. Is there anything else you would like to mention that's in regards to the foundation?
Well, this is our first event, and we'll be having this every year until we raise our funds for the chair, $3 million. So we've got a couple more events to have, and we just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting and recognizing that, that it's important. That's it.
Thank you very much. This is a very important cause, and I'm so glad that you've had us here.
Thank you very much.
And I'm here with comedian and talk show host Mike Bullard. Mike, nice to have you.
Very nice to be here. Thank you very much.
And so how did you come to get involved with Dr. Gentile's foundation?
I have a friend who sits on the board, Lisa McCann, and she asked me to do this, and immediately after meeting Fred's wife, And Michelle, who's Zentil, who's here tonight, who's a grateful patient, I decided I wanted to do this, so I came to help them raise a little dough.
Very nice. And the charity that's this is the first time actually that the charity's been put on.
Right.
And there's a silent auction as well. Have you participated in that?
Have I what?
Participated in the silent auction?
Bought a $100 raffle ticket. I didn't know this was going to be the Inquisition. I gave up my time. Isn't that enough? What, now you want my money? No, I bought a raffle ticket.
Tell us about your talk show as well. You have it on 1010 radio.
10 every day, noon to 1. Noon to 1.
Okay.
Now you're going to ask me if I enjoy doing it?
Yes.
Even if I didn't, it's only an hour a day. Come on. Gives me 23 hours a day to do what I want.
Exactly.
It's great.
So you're living the dream.
I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream of Canadian show business, only working an hour a day.
I'm here at the Trey Armstrong Give Back Foundation, Dance It Up. I'm here with Canada's own superstar, Trey Armstrong. How you doing, Trey?
I'm having a good time with you right now.
So am I. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on, and you've done a lot in your career, and I want you to just kind of give our audience an idea of example where you came from and how you got started in the industry.
Okay. Well, I started humbly at the age of 5 dancing ballet, tap, and jazz. But, at home was when I did hip-hop because we didn't have hip-hop in the studios then. But I was always told, you're black, you can't do ballet. So I gave up my dream. But then, thankfully, I had great people around me that said, no, girl, it doesn't matter your age, creed, size, whatever. You can do it. And I went back into dance in university and found myself doing movies and doing commercials and things like that. And when I got a voice, I said, I've got to do something with this. And hence the foundation. And now I decided to give back, where the name of the actual event, the Give Back event, happened. We started 5 years ago. 30 people, 3 dance classes, that was it. And now we've humbly grown into, over 500 people and over 25 dance classes. And this year we put in an online portion called Dance It Up.
And now that you've grown, is this only in Toronto right now, or is this across Canada as well?
Right now it's only in Ontario, but our plan for next year is to expand and bring the Give Back event across Canada. And for places that we can't go to, when we do the Give Back event, which is the day of free dances, then we want to do the online portion and broadcast it as well across the world, actually. And that's called the Dance It Up fundraiser.
Now, Trey, you've had an amazing history, and you've been dancing for many years. You've also been a judge, and So You Think You Can Dance Canada, a show that was extremely popular in this country and online and around the world, actually, as well. So just going back into your history, just tell us what was so passionate, what drew you to dance?
Well, I grew up in a domestic abusive family, and for me, being a woman of color, it wasn't something that was new. I unfortunately heard that happened a lot, but I didn't know that, being young and naive and ignorant. But it was dance that literally kept me alive. One day I had this thought of, I can't be here anymore. God, I'm coming back to you. I'm coming home. And I said, if I'm meant to do anything, let me stay here. And God said, no, you're going to stay. And thankfully, I found my voice and said, my duty is to give to people. That's what makes me happy, seeing a bunch of kids sitting around and just walking up to me and saying, thank you, Trey. That's why I do it. If it's even just one child that I can change, then it's all worth it.
Dance is such a very complex career as well. It can have its ups and its downs. And you're one of the people that I admire the most in dance because you've been able to sustain an amazing career. And it seems like you are very flexible in your choices. Can you give a lot of people some insight, the people watching, some insight as to how to sustain a career in dance?
I love you for that right there. I really do. The number one thing I'll say is don't be fooled. You live in Canada. We might have 10% of the population, but in my opinion, we have 100% of the talent that Americans do. There's nothing different except borders. And we constrict ourselves because we are a bordered country. So what, we're conservative by nature. We're actually very not conservative people when you really look around. We're very multifaceted, multidimensional, multi-ethnic. So if we're worldly people, we got to be worldly here. My thing is, do you, be you. Don't come to Canada and try to be Canadian. Be you. If you're born here, have a sense of who you are, and walk with that proudly. When someone says you can't, say, why?
I love that answer. I do, because as Canadians, we're unique, and I think that's what makes us, Canadians, and being proud. And I think a lot of people, they hear the word can't so much, and they think it's not possible. Like, what do you say to people who constantly hear the word no?
Can't to me is an acronym, and it just stands for certainly I'm not trying to. So when someone says you can't, I go, no, you're wrong, because I certainly am trying. And you know what? I'm not going to try anymore. I'm just going to do. So from now on, I say, do you.
And that's all. That's it.
It. I mean, if we make it too complicated, it becomes complicated. And I think that we just need to focus on, if you have a dream, go for it. Why work on your backup? You're going to be a backup forever. So go work on your dream.
So what would you say the pros or cons, like, versus when you started versus the kids that are starting today?
Oh my gosh, YouTube. It's a pro and a con. The pro is that you learn so much more, on YouTube. When we were growing up, it was barely Rap City that we had to look at for hip hop, or any kind of Caribbean thing was very hard to find, right? But now YouTube has everything that you need. So it's great, but it's also negative because it doesn't allow us to also be our own person and grow as a unique talent. We depend on the video to tell us what we're supposed to do. No, totally wrong.
So an example would be for people to maybe not watch YouTube as much, get out there and, get something going for themselves.
Yes, like our foundation has a very unique program called Detour, and we did it for all girls first. And in this program, not only do the girls tell us what they want to do and tell us what styles of dance, we also get them to create their own cartoon dance characters. Why? Well, it's a way to kind of show them that, you know what, you can be something that you want to be without being human, and you can make it fun and creative, but you can also use it to inspire yourself to dance. And I created these dance cards called Davatars, dancing avatars. We'll have to talk about that. And it's the cartoon characters that they create is inspired by the Davatars, because every Davatar is a different character and in a different urban move, and it just all ethnicities, white, black, Asian, brown, everything, and fully clothed, but funky, fresh. So that's what I wanted to inspire, that you can be anything you want to be, regardless of your size or your creed or your look or your sexual background. Just keep dreaming, and you will achieve.
That sounds beautiful. I love that. And you said the program's for girls. Is it also for boys as well who are interested in getting into dance?
Well, we're looking for more funding so that we can bring it to all boys. We started in Parkdale with all girls. High success rate. We had 11 out of 15 girls continue the program for 12 weeks, which is a great rate. Over 75% of them stayed with us. And we're hoping to bring it across Canada now.
And you're also on Facebook as well?
You know it, yes. So you can find me at Trey Armstrong on Facebook, and also my dance studio. A New Day is also on Facebook. So check us out.
Do you want to also talk about New Day and explain, for people watching in Toronto and maybe outside of Toronto as well who are interested in getting involved?
Please. So the dance studio that I opened up in 2011, last year, it's called A New Day. And A New Day stands for A New Dance Academy for the entertainment industry. So it's all about love and community and making dance more than just dance. It can be a business. So I think a lot of Caribbean parents think that dance doesn't make any money.
I can speak from experience. Yes, they do, especially in the arts.
Mm-hmm. And it's totally wrong. Maybe in Canada we don't get as much, but you know what? You can make it. You just have to know how to hustle. You got to be business-minded. You can't just be a creative entity here. And you got to know what doors to push and how to create an opportunity. And that's what we do at our studio. We teach our kids dance technique, dance style, but also how to be a business entity.
I'm glad you brought that up, actually, because business is the key in whether it's music or acting and, of course, dance. Do you find, are you encouraging students to maybe travel abroad? There's a lot outside of Canada as well, and they can just kind of take, use their talent here and show the world, but also come back here as well and show Canada what they've learned as well.
Absolutely. I mean, we do promote people to, hone your skills here, and you have to travel to get to know what the world is like. You need worldly experience, but so you can't afford it. No problem. You can still hone your skills here because we can bring the world to you. But you gotta want it. You've gotta call it to yourself. So you gotta try really hard, blood, sweat, and tears here, and the world will come to you. And then if it can't, you'll find a way to get out there. And we just ask you, come back home, share what you find with the people here. That's all.
Trey, there's so much more I want to ask you too about the. Well, actually, you're also an actress as well too, right? Did you want to, are you working on anything at the moment, or that you want to share with everyone?
Right now, I'm actually on hiatus from the acting, only because I want to focus more on directing now, and creative and artistic direction, and hopefully even direct my own video. I think I've got a great eye, so that's where I'm going right now. I mean, I still love to act, and if any opportunities come up, I definitely look at them seriously.
Well, you did say you were starting a new project in October for Dance It Up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Next year we plan on making this event much bigger and much even just even more expansive across Canada. So we're going to be starting to look for sponsors and donators and people to get involved. So again, www.treyfoundation.org. Check us out.
Thank you so much, Trey. Thank you for your time. I'm here at the 9th annual Barbados Charity Ball event and I'm here with the president of the foundation, Steve Curtin. Nice to meet you, Steve.
My pleasure.
So how long have you been the president of the Barbados Charity Ball?
Well, interestingly enough, I'm the brand new president. We